How important is empathy to you in your process with a prospect or a lead that you're working on? Now I'm going to give you that Forbes did a study or did an article regarding empathy. The foundation of consultative selling is empathy. And let me just tell you, empathy is not saying to them, you know, I understand. I simply understand. No, I can appreciate that. That is not empathy. And I see that happening a lot in sales when I'm coaching people. That, hey, Bill, I did tell them I was going to help them. I did tell them I was going to be right there throughout the whole process. Yeah. Let me just tell you, it doesn't work at home, and it probably doesn't work in business either when you're saying, I love you. Okay, can you move over? I want to watch the game. All right, that doesn't work. So let's talk about empathy and what this is all about. And I like to draw pictures because it helps me to understand what this is. So here you are, right? Here is the client, right? And in my mind, there's going to be an invisible wall that's in between. This is you and this is them. And there could be other people, but let's just say that this is you, this is them. There's a wall right here. And that wall, if they don't feel comfortable, the prospect doesn't feel that you're empathetic, this wall becomes thicker and becomes higher. And there's no way that you're going to win that sale. So let's talk about empathy and how we could bring the wall down and thin it up a little bit so that you get dialogue, right? You get good dialogue between you and them so that that wall comes down, they feel comfortable with you, and you're coming from a consultative approach. And I believe right now, the scripts that are out there and the way people are so desperate sometimes for sales that they end up, unfortunately, being too pushy, all right? So a couple things I wrote down, and we're going to talk about this in my next video, so stay tuned. But a couple things that I wrote down. Number one, that empathy strengthens the relationship, all right? It just strengthens it, okay? You become more of a person who's advising and consulting versus them going, do I like this person? So we want to drop that guard down. Harvard did a study saying that empathy is the one thing lacking internationally in sales. So that's what they came up with from all their research. We know that it's a real concern around the world, around the country in sales. I don't care what kind of sales you're in. Here's number two. It says you want to bring that invisible wall down, as I said. Okay? Very important that you, in your mind, know that there's a wall. You know, and sometimes what's really interesting is that we drop our guards when we know that person really well. And then we're upset because they went with someone else, because you didn't practice that whole aspect of empathy. Number three, I wrote down empathy is not rapport. Think about that. Empathy is not rapport. This is not about you having that great rapport, because you could have great rapport and no empathy. So important to sales. So be careful with that. And it says here, I wrote down what this situation means professionally and personally. What this means to the client professionally and personally. You have to learn that in the process, all right? So that means you're not delivering a very canned presentation that seems that you're just doing this with everybody else. Now, could you be doing that? Yes. You could be doing an outline format every time, but you have to personalize it. They need to feel that you care. Remember that old adage, people don't care what you know until they know you care? That's still important today. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to stick with me on my next video, and so we can go over some more details on how important empathy is. And it's probably a little bit more than what you think you're doing right now. All right, so stick with me. I'll talk to you next time. This is Bill Crespo with Path to Pro Coaching. Bye. Hey, thanks so much for watching my videos and training with me. If you like what you hear, subscribe below, or just go ahead and make any comments so I can answer any of your questions you may have. But thanks so much for being on. I look forward to helping you and getting your business up to that next level and improve your skills. So thanks so much. This is Bill Crespo with Path to Pro Coaching. Talk to you soon. Bye.